Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast. So, everybody's been talking about this Pascal Siakam trade between the Indiana Pacers and the Toronto Raptors, right? I mean, what does it do for the Pacers? I don't know. I'm not saying it. Look, they gave up two future first round picks. Was it 2 first-round picks and a conditional first-round pick in 2026? So basically 3 first-round picks and some role players: Bruce Brown, Kira Lewis, and Jordan Nwora, if I said that right. Cool for the Pacers. You give them Tyrese Halliburton another scorer to go along with Buddy Hield, Miles Turner, Obi Toppin. I mean, I'm not gonna act like that's not a decent roster, right? I mean, is it enough to compete for a championship? Right. Is he going to be a difference maker? And it seemed like the Pacers apparently outbidded everybody else. Right. Are the Pacers going to the finals? Maybe, things can happen. It's the NBA. I mean, Miami Heat got there. Right. Can the Pacers pull off something like that? Maybe, possibly, but very slim. Right. I mean, I feel like this trade, all it does is just makes the Pacers competitive in that 5 to 7 seed slot. And then maybe, every now and then, in the duration of, I believe Siakam's also going to be a free agent after the season. Right. So they plan on extending him. So if they do decide to keep him, then what? I mean, what is the Pacers ceiling? Possibly being a 3 seed in the East at max, right? That's a lot to give up for a player like Pascal Siakam. I think Pacers overbid for him. That's and look, if Pascal Siakam's a free agent, I mean, would he have picked the Pacers as a destination? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a lot. I mean, seems like this is like an all-in kind of move. For Pascal, for the Indiana Pacers, right? I mean, they're really thinking they're gonna be able to keep him. And I mean, if it's Siakam, I mean, cool. Like, if you want to stay in Indiana, cool. You get to play along, a rising superstar in Tyrese Halliburton, right? But I just don't. It doesn't move the needle. And for me, it's just kind of like there's a lot of teams that are in championship contention or close that could utilize his service, right? Could he have somehow find a way to end up in Golden State, maybe end up in Sacramento, add him to OKC if they want to bring in a really good wing like him to pair along with Shai Gilgeous, send Mr. Giddey over there. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like there's teams that are really more legit in contending, that could have used him, but he goes to Indiana out of all teams, and it's not going to be a guarantee that Indiana Pacers are going to be able to keep him. And what is your ceiling really in the East for the Pacers, right? Nobody, before the Pacers got Siakam, nobody's looking at the Pacers like, oh man, they're a Siakam away from really contending for a championship, right? All this does is, and if you're able to keep him, just assure that you get to the playoffs. And you'll probably have a second round exit, peak Eastern Conference Finals exit. But everybody was chirping about this, man. This doesn't do anything. I was just shocked that other teams that are right there, that are closer to competing for a championship, didn't make a move. Maybe they felt like Siakam's value isn't really worth it. There's a lot of guys averaging 20 points. Around the league, trading all those picks to get him, they probably felt it wasn't worth it though. So Pacers, in my opinion, overpay for Siakam. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Anyways, guys, please like, subscribe. I'm out.